Hi, it's Paris from Epic Reviews, the tech channel, and I've got my new Canon PowerShot SX280 that I've been doing some zoom comparisons to an older camera that I have and to my cell phone. That's really the strong point of this camera, is its great zoom. It's got a 20x zoom. It's a fast zoom. It's a zoom that focuses really quickly because it's got the latest Digic 6 processor in it. And so went out today, had a little bit of time to take some pictures outdoors. Now it wasn't sunny, and so that's actually a better test of the camera, because I think on a sunny day any camera can take pretty good pictures, but it's when it's dark, that's when it's a real test of the camera. So I've got a few zoom in and out shots and a zoom comparison between this camera, the brand new one, which by the way I'll put a link below. If it's not in your neighborhood yet, you can check it out online, so look below for that. This is the camera that I've been using. It's the Elph 310HS. Now it only has an 8x zoom, and the processor is a Digic 4, so it's 2 generation older processor, but it does a pretty good job of keeping up. Then I've got my camera on my cell phone. This is a Galaxy Nexus from Google, and it's just a 5 megapixel. Of course there's no true zoom on it, but I do the best I can. So I'm going to show you now, I'm going to put in here sort of in slideshow fashion the pictures that I took and compare and explain what they are. You can see for yourself the difference between these three and which one would work out the best for you. Okay, in this first picture I'm zoomed all the way out, so that puts it at 25 millimeter. It's basically pretty wide angle. As you can see, it includes a lot of the sky and the ground. The person is pretty small over there, and it was a very dark overcast day. Now in the second picture I am standing in the exact same spot, and so is she, but this is with the camera at full 20x zoom. And what's nice about this camera with the new Digic 6 processor is that even at this zoom, I mean this is a handheld picture, this wasn't taken with a tripod, that it's got that good image stabilization. So generally when you have a very zoomy camera and you zoom all the way out there, you're gonna shake. It's very sensitive to any motion, and so this camera is very good at compensating for that with image stabilization, and it's very good even on a dark day. And of course, when you've got the zoom going like that, you're not pulling in nearly as much light into the sensor, and so it does a good job of doing what it can with the light that it has and keeping all the detail and not turning it grainy. This third picture is in my backyard. We have a topsy-turvy planter with strawberry plants and tomatoes in it. And I'm standing across the yard, maybe 40 feet away. You can actually make out a few of the blossoms there on the strawberry plants. Now this picture is a full zoom with my Canon Elph, the 310HS. And remember, it's only got that 8x zoom, so this is a zoom. I'm standing in the exact same place as the previous picture, but this is the best that it can do with its 8x zoom. Still pretty good detail. You can almost make out the blossoms here, but quite a difference, you have to admit, between the 20x zoom and the 8x zoom. Now this next picture I took with my cell phone camera. I tried to hold it real still, and I tried to, there's no real zoom on a cell phone camera because the lenses don't move, so you don't really zoom. It's all just digital enhancement. You're basically just doing a zoom in software wise. So unfortunately you lose a lot of detail, and that really shows up in this picture. I tried to get it so it would take up about as much space in the frame as the previous two pictures with the actual optical zoom cameras. This is the best that my cell phone camera could do. Now from that same spot, 40 feet away in the yard, we've got a person standing in the window, and I took the picture here first with the cell phone camera. So take a look at the detail, take a look at what's included in the frame, and then I'm going to show you with the other two cameras. This one is with my Elph, the 8x zoom. Just look how the details captured compared to the previous one. You can see her, and you can even see the bird feeder over to the side of the window. And that's the maximum zoom from 40 feet with the Elph camera. And this picture is with the brand new SX280 on full zoom. Again, me standing in the exact same spot 40 feet away. Just, it gets you so close right into the person, and it keeps all the detail, and it still is relatively bright and a very nice picture. So if you have kids and you're going to be, in the 10th row back at the auditorium when they do the school play or the school musical, you want to be able to get some pictures, you want to be able to get some video, that zoom is really what makes a difference. Now this camera that I'm using to record myself right here is a Canon Vixia and M500. It's their newest one, even though it's about a year old, and it has a 12x zoom, and is just enough for when we go to school events to be able to zoom in and pick your kid out of the crowd. It's enough to get your kid and a couple kids around it, but to be able to really zoom in, this 20 should do a much better job. Now how well it's going to do in the actual dark of an auditorium and so forth, I'll have to try that out and see. So that's what I'm covering for today, is basically the zooming in and out and the detail that you get outside on a heavily overcast day. Now I'll continue with more reviews. I'm going to do some inside the house. I'm going to do some with the color saturation of flowers and so forth. So those will be coming soon. Again, if the SX280 is of interest to you, I saw that the price just dropped again, another $10. You can get it now for $299. So I'm very pleased with it. If you'd like to check it out, there's a link down below in the description bar. And I'll be back soon, probably tomorrow, with some more detail of the video capabilities of this. It does 1080p at 60 frames per second, they say. So check back tomorrow and see some more of what this great camera can do.